Test, test, test. Let's see here. Test, test, test. Okay. I think my mic is working, but my headset is having some issues here. This is a 2-on-2 game I just played with my storm list here at 2 in the morning. I have to go to work actually in like 4 hours, but it's a game I played right after the other 2-minute clip I uploaded. This guy just kind of quits. The game wasn't over. I really kind of wanted to play it out a little more, but it was a pretty decent 2-on-2 game. Let's see if this replay wants to... Just have to do a turn. There we go. My ally here has a handful of removal. I'm against Augustine and Thassa, which is fairly controlling. Got a 5-color kind of removal deck here as an ally. I'm taking in with a lot of lands, and I'm only playing 34 lands. I only expect to see 2 or 3 in my opening hand, but I actually really like getting a lot of lands in my opening hand. If you've got some kind of reach or late game power. So a tutor and a time warp, which is normally bad in an opening hand, is actually pretty decent, especially with all these lands and 2 fetches with the mystical tutor here. Plus against 2 controlling decks, the first thing I'm thinking right here is this game, even though this is normally going to be for something to power up my card draw, this game I'm thinking it's probably going to be mana drain for Augustine. And I think that is eventually what I get here. My ally does brainstorm turn 1. Nothing. Nothing. Set up my mystical tutor. I hate playing last, by the way. Ramp. Tap land. I go get mana drain. They see the mana drain. Gonna throw out the land. Shock to show them, yes, my mana drain is up. Unfortunately, my ally doesn't have Putrefy up. And if you see here in this chat on the side, I didn't realize he didn't have it, and I was asking him for a different turn if he could hold the Putrefy up. I didn't realize he didn't have green. I didn't think I realized he was playing 5-color until right about now. Fate Spinner. I let this card resolve because it does absolutely nothing. I do learn something this game, and that is, if you mana drain a morph creature, you do not get 3 mana, you get 0. It doesn't really end up mattering, but I actually thought I was going to get the 3 when I mana drained this guy's morph, and it wasn't the card I actually thought it was. I thought it was going to be Void Mage Prodigy, which is why I throw the mana drain at it here. This Relic Progenius is really annoying against a deck like mine that wants to abuse Yawgmoth's Will and Graveyard in general with lots of recursion. So we're going to try to get him to pop that here too, because we want to have access to our graveyard, so we're going to have to bite a bullet and make it a good decision for him to pop it here a little bit. So I mana drain this. First I brainstorm. And I do it with the non-crack land so that I can craft my hand here a little bit. I see Regrowth and Imperial Seal, Moon's Fault. Those are all really, really good cards here. 2 more tutors and a Regrowth is insane. Because I hit the Regrowth, I am going to mana drain this, because I can just Regrowth the mana drain back and force the Relic to pop, which I think is what I'm going to do here with this turn. And then, because I have Lim-Dûl's Fault, I'll be able to still hold up 2 mana and tutor. And not only will I be able to tutor, but I'll be able to stack my deck. Hopefully, what I was thinking is if I could get removal for the incoming Augustine, as well as something that draws me a new hand here or something of that nature. I actually get fairly lucky, and I find removal, not only just removal, but I found a Cyclonic Rift, you'll see here in a second, next to a Carpet of Flowers, and this guy's on 4 islands. So even though this guy drops Augustine, it's not an issue because I'm able to take an extra turn and rift him away. So here I'm going to Lim-Dûl's Vault. I don't know if it'll show you the vault cards or not. Yeah, not going to take that. That's no good. Cyclonic Rift, Oracle, Carpet of Flowers lands. This is good. I'm not going to take the Oracle though because I have an Imperial Seal. So we're going to take the Carpet, play it for 2, and we can actually target him the first time because we don't need 4. Capture Jinx out. I actually don't want to use the Imperial Seal yet, because I can just do it next turn, and I don't want it to get relicked. No. Here he popped the relic. I don't know why I didn't use it that turn and just target this player, but it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. He concedes to Overload Cyclonic Rift. The next play here would have been, and I think I even get it off before the other guy concedes, is Imperial Seal into Time Spiral, which will probably get me there and gets me all these nice good cards back. He says something like, I don't like playing with people who play cards who they can't afford in paper, and then I tell him I have these cards in their foil, and his buddy rage quits at this point. Since I actually upgraded this, I can actually shoot a longer video. I can do a live game if I find one up. Yes, I'm recording. That just started. See if I see a multiplayer game. If I host it, it'll never fucking start. It's just how it is. I don't know if it's because people avoid me or because I'm blocked on so many people's lists, or I'm just very unlucky, or it just seems like longer. I feel like when people see the second or third person, they jump right in, and everyone kind of like me just kind of sits here and waits for someone to host a multi-game. If I get one here in a second, I'm willing to play a live one and kind of talk you through my thought process as I'm playing the deck. And hopefully they won't quit before I get to the fun stuff. Okay. Classic, classic, classic. Hopefully not that long. I should just leave it on 30 minutes so that I have a chance to just lose to my timer here. It's too late to do more than that. Okay. We're going to launch this game here. See if we can get some quick action. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get a decent hand here and we'll just be able to show the deck off. Doomcaster looks familiar. I think he's a good player. If it's someone I remember and they probably remember me and I'm not blocked and I don't remember them being bad, then they at least play fairly good decks. And I like having that. I don't necessarily recognize this name, but I think I've played this guy before. Because I think I remember seeing his name and thinking about a guy who used to play Warcraft 3 and free-for-alls named Invincible Rice. I definitely have seen Fusion Lord. He's not bad either. This could be a good game. Please don't say I go last. I go second, but Fusion Lord's first to play. Okay, no black, but we've got a 3 visits. Got a Nature's Claim for Early Soilings. Got a Tutor. Don't really like the extra turn in a landlight hand. If I hit a land, I'm dropping out to 4. Should be able to tutor into almost anything I need. This could shape up to be a very good hand. I don't like that it has no islands, though. No islands scares me. This would need to be black, so that would be 3 no islands. That really makes me dislike this hand quite a bit. I typically don't throw away a tutor hand here, especially when you get a Nature's Claim. I could get some lucky top decks, and this could be a really strong hand, but I'm actually going to go ahead and pitch this back since we get a free 7 mole. Okay, High Tide Turnabout, 1 island, Soul Ring, Tithe Spout. I'm not going to throw this away. I got the Soul Ring. Don't have the islands I'd like, but I have High Tide and Turnabout here. So if I find some islands, this will shape up to be very good. I've got good mana spread. 5 mana in my opening hand. And Tithe Sprout already combos with Soul Ring if I get one other thing. So if I could even get like a counter spell, like a Force of Will or something, and then another Mind Over Matter. That's interesting. I don't really want Mind Over Matter here, but I'm not too worried. Let's go ahead and throw the islet out. Hopefully draw more and not have to play these lands. Sometimes I think that one of my 2 swamps or some of these filter lands could just be islands in this deck the more I play it. Island subtyping is just very, very strong, as you can see. These cards are tutored for all the time. It makes Merchant Scroll like a second demonic tutor because you want these cards so much. Land Go is good. Fusion Lord, no ramp. I like it. So now I look scary, but I really don't have anything. Ah, nice, another island. But I don't really want to crack a fetch yet. So I'll tell you what I do. Since I don't really have a play, I think it's play Scalding Tarn and pass and not crack it. about the only reason I could say you would want to crack it is to thin your deck the one card, because you don't really want to fucking draw a land here. We really want some gas. This Sol Ring hand feels very slow. Oh, Maelstrom. I didn't see that. What the fuck does this thing do? Oh, I don't even want to know why that's good in his deck. Removal.deck. Basic lands. Thought this guy was good. Basic lands aren't bad though. It's just that he didn't play a blue one. This guy's played the only blue lands, but this deck is scary. This has to be a ramp spell. Man, he is whiffing curve. What's he got? Sky Shroud, Claim, Thran Dynamo. Another fucking land. You've got to be fucking kidding me. And it's not an island this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't pop Mom yet. Can't do shit. This hand is slow and dirtily as fuck. What land do I want to play here? It's probably the runes. Don't want to throw out the swamp for sure, because then we can't curve into Mom if we get fucking screwed on our draw here again. And if I curve into the Mom, I don't know. I really don't like this hand. I really need something good off the top of my deck. There's really a lot of outs to make this a very good hand. I mean, even something like a Oracle of Moldai would be very strong. Future Sight would be a strong top deck. Any Tutor is a strong top deck. Any of my large draw spells are a strong top deck. Pretty much just not mana, because I don't have gas. And the deck's about half mana. Maybe a little more than half mana. Does this guy get ramp yet? At least these guys' hands are really slow and dirtily, so... Like, if I got a hand this slow and I wasn't hitting in my paper meta, I would probably just be fucked. Even with the Sol Ring. Even though I ramped 2, it really hasn't done me a goddamn thing. I haven't made efficient use of my mana. Even though we go to my curve here. Oh, that's fairly good. A fairly fair card. What is this saved as? Damia Test deck. Too lazy to rename anything. My curve, especially if you move like Force of Will in misdirection over here. I mean, I'm heavy here, but I'm not hitting there. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because we can definitely get there, but discards a Genesis. Still hasn't ramped. Fuck me, dude. Ooh. Anger. Much anger I have for this shit. Much anger indeed. So, we're going to play Mind Over Matter, because what else the fuck do we do? I guess that ramps us into Tidesprout Tyrant, and then we could bounce things. Or we could bin our hand and go all in on Damia. I don't think I want to do any of this, though. Those are all too fucking risky, and these guys probably, their decks aren't looking like they're super strong, so that would be something maybe I'd do if the metagame was more competitive fast. Maybe go all in on Damia, and if someone's like a larger threat, they might even let you board it, but I'd say no, they're not going to let you board it. Or you're probably going to answer them first and try to race you or something like that, but it is an option. It's one of the nice things about Mom. It's one of the few cards you really don't want to see in your opening hand, but unlike Future Sight, that fucking Mystic Remora. Oh, that really makes me a sad panda. Tidesprout Tyrant's a creature though, so I can just let him cantrip once and bounce it, but then he just replays it. Fuck that card. That card's so good. Yeah, exile that bitch. See, the thing about this card is it's amazing in my paper meta, but sometimes it's like complete shit on MTGO. As you can see here, how dirtily like the start of this game was. Like, if you tried to throw that out like turn 1, like you'd be tapping yourself down every fucking turn. And if you actually had a good hand and you were curving into spells, like it can be rough. But like in a meta game where everyone's playing the fast mana rocks and it's less creature based, less like Edric-y and more Ad Nauseam-y and Shara-y, then this card is just dumb. People really can't combo through it. They have to get rid of it. You draw too many cards. as you can see here, this guy's just going to shamelessly ramp and give this guy fucking cards. That's the other reason it's kind of like a catch-22, because like in my meta, if you play a Mystic Remora, it's known how powerful it is. People will slow play. So I like this better in like my Tooth and Nail list, where I want to slow the game down a little bit. This list wants to play fast. It really does not want to play as slow as this game has turned out here. Holy shit, stop feeding him. Why the fuck didn't you play those before? Fusion Lord, you a-holio, stop feeding him fucking cards. Mono Blue does not need more cards. Oh. Give me a fucking... not another goddamn land. I play like no lands. Why the fuck is irking me here? Let's see. I think we played Damia, and then in response to a trigger on the stack, bin a bunch of fucking lands that I don't want to draw an extra couple off of it. Still barely have fucking islands. So, Floyd Grove. Throw out Damia. Gonna hold Tidesprout for now. Not gonna feed the fucking guy Mystic Remora fodder. Maybe he drew enough cards that he'll not pay the one and let it die, but he would be a dumbass if he did, which he's not. You always at least pay once for Remora. You don't always pay twice, but you always pay once. Okay, let's see what the fuck this guy does. Oh god. Oh god. He can remove Mystic Remora counters to keep this guy alive. Oh, that's so funny. He's just going to use it to abuse removing counters. I like it. And this is actually like a strong card to synergize with. I hope he's not packing fucking Force of Wills and shit. Luckily that shit's pretty expensive online. So sometimes I'm not really too worried about that kind of shit, but he hasn't really played. I don't really like that card. What the fuck does this thing do? Shroud and... okay, Super Shroud. Let's see how Wandering fares. This could be bad. 5, 6, 7. No. No, feed him more fucking shit with your... oh, sigh. I'm gonna feed this guy like 30 cards and get Force of Will if I top deck something fucking nice here. Because like I don't want the fucking swamp or the fucking forest. I don't care if I miss my goddamn land drop. I want all three of these cards. Because if I hit like a tutor and a degenerate mana rock or a couple tutors, or there's so many different things I could hit, and I could just fucking go infinite and kill them with Tidesprout. Especially with Mob in my hand to fucking dump shit. I can High Tide and double tap islands or Soul Ring off of shit. Turnabout is a ramps, what? Since this is 2, 4, so that pays for it. So it's a ramps 4 if I hit a land. 3 if not, which is still fine. So it's better than pitching to Mom. Oh my god. Stop giving him more cards, asshole. Only I'm allowed to do that. You know what I do? I don't want to blow the High Tide with it on a stack, but it's so efficient if I did it that way. Get my lands, get an island, get tendrils. Ooh. No tutor. What could I bounce? What could I bounce? Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Do we play Tidespout anyway? I don't know. God, I'm not hitting fucking lucky tonight. I don't think we're gonna fucking do that. I don't want Wanderer to hit. I don't like this. I don't want Dami to die, but I can't protect her anyway. Let's see. We're just going to puke our hand. Fuck it. They're all tapped down. He's going to draw lots of cards. It's going to be bad either way, but I'm going to say I don't care. We're going to bounce his lands, or his lands. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Wanderer, scary. Now, you may wonder why am I just throwing this Tendrils out here. It's because this hand sucks. And I don't care if someone exiles my graveyard and I lose my Tendrils, because I already have Tidesprout Tyrant out. And I'm probably going to refill. So this makes people fucking have to wrath. So I'm going to hit this guy with it. And then I'm going to bounce another land. Let this guy draw a shit ton of cards. This guy should dumpster us. We have just like played right into this guy's hand. This guy should absolutely fucking murder us. So we'll see. We gave him a good shot. Don't expect both of these to live. I actually wouldn't mind if this died. I'm hoping I hit something to shuffle this back in, or a Yogg win. What turn is it? This is already like a really fucking slow game. Oh, this is already going to be my 7th turn coming up. If I don't win by this turn, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. I have to play another game. And probably not wake up for work in time. But I don't really care. Who the fuck wants to do shit in the snow? Nobody. Alright, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Show me what you got. Show me a time warp. Ooh, he's still thinking. It's gonna be something bad. Time warp, removal. I don't know. Land drop into not Wanderer. Oh, it's gonna take forever, isn't it? Oh, it's okay. We'll let him take his time. Show me what your Mystic Remora has done to this game. Oh, tap out. Time magic. Or knowledge exploitation, or stolen identity on Tidesprout Tyrant. Oh my god, that is gross. That is unbelievably fucking sick. The question is, what is he going to bounce with it? My Tidesprout or my Damia? I hope he bounces my Tidesprout, because I can easily power it back out, and I'm still going to draw 5. If he's not a dumbass, he'll bounce my Damia, and this game will be pretty much fucking over, and I lost my first game in a long time with this deck, which figures because I was fucking doing a live recording. But I knew these guys were decent. This is just such a fucking good card. Galspanik did a nice alter for me. Uh-oh. Ooh, yeah, hit Fusion Lord. Maelstrom Wanderer is scary. Tidespout Tyrant is fun. Mind Over Matter Tendrils, those are fun cards. Whenever you cast a spell, Herp Derp Bounce mine. Come on, don't bounce Damia. Bounce Soul Ring? Wait, what? I'm so confused now. Oh. Oh, wow. You can pick whatever you want. So, what does that mean? More bounce? Bounce the Damia and bounce the mom. Guess he figures I draw less cards. Well played, sir. I hope you don't have the force of will. I can draw 4. I have a Tidespout. I don't auto lose. Into Hand Tutor or Yogg-Win probably gets there. The fucking Mystic Remora is just so goddamn good. That's why I can't not play the card in this deck, because, well, at least in paper, it's so fucking good. Sometimes it's not good, but when it's good, it's like game-breakingly, unbeatably, oppressively fucking good. Let's see what Fusion Lord can pull off here. It's fine with my Damia. Bounces the mom. Now, mom at 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I can pitch up to 5 for 10. Repay Tyrant and something. Need a Time Spiral. So I can drop my mom, untap all my shit, pitch everything, and just spiral back those good cards into my hand or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Chooses human. Sakashimi the Imposter. What, he wants some Tidespout Tyrant fun too? Now he's gonna bounce my Damia, so I'm fucked. Or bounce his Stolen Identity. That would be better. He has Mystic Remora. If this guy hadn't played me a bunch of times before, I'd say that's poor threat assessment, but I have a feeling he's played me enough to know that he wanted to bounce that. Of course, Imperial Seal. God. There's no fucking way they're gonna let me untap into an Imperial Seal. They know it's fucking Yogg-Win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, I play Tidespout, I get a bounce. Oh, this is so annoying. I think I have to play Tidespout just to bounce. Oh god. I think we don't play Tidespout and look all innocent and let this guy fuck Fusion Lord up the butt. That's the right play. Do I have a into-hand tutor for my Yogg-Win? No, I don't. God, this is a pitiful situation to be in here. Don't have... But I can still go High Tide into Turnabout into Tendrils. But I don't think that does shit here. I think we've already lost this game. I think the only fucking chance we have is to spiral into a winning hand instantly. Where's Spiral? That is the only fucking chance we're going to have to win. And I don't think I'm going to get another turn. I was wrong about Doomcaster. He just turtled and did nothing all game. This game should be Voices to win here. If he doesn't win here, then mistakes have been made. Fusion Lord just kinda, I don't think, likes me. I don't think he cares if he loses to this guy, or doesn't think this guy has the cards to pull it off, or the intelligence. I'm not sure. Fusion Lord's typically a